Ladies and gentlemen, children of the interwebs, Sebastian Envy, Strong Style, Nerd, Strong Style, Cinephile. San Diego Comic-Con happened, and I have so much to catch up on. I find myself in a bit of a video crisis. See what I did there? No? Okay. Well, I tried. But hey, Crisis is coming to the CW. We've got word of some fun things with it, so let's geek about that, as well as some general Arrowverse news for a few minutes here. Now, Crisis on Infinite Earths is the next CW crossover and what they are touting as the largest scale project they have tried to do since the first time Barry and Oliver crossed paths on their shows. Now, we didn't think it could get much bigger than Crisis on Earth X. I mean, that one was huge. You always see reports of the cast members, production people talking about how daunting it is to essentially stop what they're doing on their own seasons to film the crossover stuff. Now, things got smaller with the Elseworlds crossover last season, smaller in characters rather, but in terms of scale and the grand scheme of things, it was huge. It brought us the Monitor and it set up Crisis on Infinite Earths. My hope is knowing what they wanted to do a year ahead of time leads to some good planning and scheduling and plotting and character usage. Now, speaking of characters, we have been promised by production people a huge amount of characters and Easter eggs and guests for this. One thing we do know is Burt Ward from the 60s Batman show will be coming. I've not seen reports that guarantee who he will play, but most are speculating an older, grizzled Robin of an Earth where Bats has long since died. Brandon Routh, who played a reasonable facsimile of Christopher Reeve in the dreadful Superman Returns film, will be putting the cape and tights back on and playing both Ray Palmer and an alternate Earth Superman in the Crisis. It's been confirmed there that it will be the Kingdom Come version of Superman that comes from a time when the heroes are older and the younger heroes are more violent in their crime-fighting approach. Now, there's been speculation about Tom Welling and people wondering if Linda Carter will be an alt-Earth Wonder Woman. I mean, it goes on and on and on. Now, I was reading something this morning about the possibility of the DCEU being referenced. I assume they'll be using footage from the movies and it'll just be seen on like a monitor or like a comm screen or something like that. But the connection will be there, and I'm wondering how much that would cost the CW. Well, Monica Garrett will play both the Monitor and the Anti-Monitor, and Tom Cavanaugh will play Pariah. And Pariah is an immortal who has been cursed to witness the end of the various Earths as punishment for prior evils. Now, according to the new showrunner for this season, Eric Wallace, Pariah will emerge as a result of the first half season arc of the show, which focuses on the new villain Bloodwork, played by Heroes alum Sendil Ramamurthy. That storyline sets the stage for the entire Crisis event, apparently. Now, who else is coming? Is John Wesley Shipp returning as either Barry Allen or Jake Garrick? Will we see Diggle as a Green Lantern of some Earth? Finally, will the Green Arrow die? Will the Flash die? Now, I say no on both accounts there. Even with Arrow ending, I see Oliver getting some kind of happy ending. Stephen Amell has even kind of said as much. And the happy ending will be in some pocket dimension reality or whatever where he and Felicity are reunited and all is well in the world. Now, Flash isn't going anywhere, though it seems in every major comic crisis a Flash is involved and near death or dying. But if this happens, I fully expect an alternate Earth version to make the ultimate sacrifice. Perhaps John Wesley Shipp's Barry Allen is the one who does it. Speaking of comings and goings, Cisco will apparently still be around, but without powers, and I read he'll be quarterbacking some of the missions from Star Labs. So we got this whole storyline last year about how he wanted to be normal, not have his powers, and yet he's still around and caught up in the craziness, which makes his whiny, emo storyline from last season just really make no sense to me. Wally West will be back and hopefully utilized better this time around. I mean, this many seasons in, you would hope that they would figure out how to make the show work with two speedsters, but going off prior seasons, I don't know. Now, Batwoman will apparently have the Batman villain Hush appear on her show. I've read the comics, I'm waiting to see the animated adaptation, but given his identity and background, I'm wondering how they incorporate him into things. But I'm optimistic about the show, but of course that could very well be because it hasn't aired yet and thus has not given me anything to be disappointed about yet. That very well can change. All in all, coming out of San Diego with Crisis news and the sizzle reels for the shows, which are of course mostly retrospective of the past season since they didn't have, they haven't been in production all that long. I'm looking forward to the new seasons of the shows to see how Arrow shapes up with the future storylines, given all the season regular statuses that were given, how things go in the present with Oliver's mission, and will he be Earth hopping as many of us suspect he will, how Batwoman will be introduced, how Bloodwork will be as a villain on The Flash. He's supposed to be one of two big bads for the season. Hopefully his presence is not extended by senseless plot-induced stupidity for the characters. We shall see. I remain optimistic for what is to come and cling to my hope that they will indeed use the Crisis to the fullest and use it to reshape, revamp, and rejuvenate a stale, formulaic Arrowverse. We just have to make it to December to find out what happens. We'll see. But anyway, those are some of my thoughts on it. What do you guys out there think about the incoming Crisis, about any other Arrowverse news that popped up, returning characters? What would you like to see? Again, I mean, we're getting Josh Segarra, Colin Donnell, Suzanne Thompson was, I think, confirmed for the premiere episode, so Moira will be coming back. Maybe they'll get Robert back as well. They gotta get Thea back. Will we see some Huntress? I hope so. Not holding my breath, but I'm still maybe the one person out there just crossing fingers and toes and everything else that we get some Jessica DeGao as the Huntress back on Arrow in Alt Earth Huntress or something. I don't care. Just get her back on the show. But like I said, those are some of my thoughts. What do you guys out there think? Let me know in the comments below. Got few more videos coming. Still got to talk about what Marvel was doing. And then I think they confirmed that there's another season of Young Justice coming, another season of Doom Patrol coming, so I want to talk on that. And a kind of jump the shark moment on the Swamp Thing, if that's indeed what they're going with. It's kind of like, I was watching it and I was just kind of like, really? That's what they're going with? Like, okay. I like the show. I like the writing and everything. I'm still sad it's not getting a second season, but this moment in time on this episode with this particular thing, it's just stupid, and I just want to rant about it for like 5 minutes. Anyway, social media is below. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Give this video a like if you dig it. Share it. Some people you think might dig it as well. Give me some likes and follows and all that fun stuff. Let's build this together. Let's geek.